Hello, my beautiful Leo collective. I'm taking a look at what is it that what is in store for you in the next 6 months. We're looking at career and money, which involves purpose all round. We're looking at anything that comes up around love and relationship, your emotional state and condition, and anything else Spirit wants to share with you. Okay, so what is in store for Leo in the next 6 months? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see. And then at the end of the reading, so I'm just going to do a freestyle, see where Spirit takes me. And at the end of the reading, I want to look at pulling an oracle card for you to get some advice. Okay, right. What is it that you need to focus on, Leo, or be aware of to just support the energies? The universe is always putting everything in place for you to work out in your favor. All right. Nothing is ever set up to sabotage you or to harm you. Everything is set up to support your goal, to support closing the gap between where you've been and your evolution. It's just sometimes we have a tendency to get into our own way. We get in our way, we self sabotage, we pinch things off. And so, what is it that you need to be aware of so that you don't do that? That's what I want to look at the end. What's in store for you in the next 6 months? We're looking at money, career, and what the purpose is around that. You've got the sun. Whatever it is that you have decided, whatever it is that you plan to do, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and a sense of abundance. Um, Next to the sun, this is quite contrasting. I've got the moon, which is quite interesting. So the moon is about rebuilding bridges or facing your insecurities and your fears. It might be around you doing things that you might have promised yourself in the past you wouldn't do because you got your fingers burnt, and then you decided that your whole life would be determined by that experience and be defined by that experience. The moon card is, just look at how this wise crone looks at herself in the mirror, male or female. Of course, this is the triple goddess deck, so we'll have, it'll show up as feminine, but that's just an energy. And we all embody the divine feminine energy within us, male or female. So this is your wise divine feminine energy facing herself, facing the things about yourself that you don't like, facing your fears and your insecurities, which is all about what you see in the mirror, facing your doubts, your lack of confidence, your demons, the things that have held you back have been edged in the relationship between you and you. And this is facing that. Sometimes it's going to feel tough, but every now and then there will be an outcome, an experience that suddenly, after that, suddenly you're experiencing this relief and being like, oh, yes, okay, I doubted it for a moment, but I'm on the right track. This is evidence that I'm on the right track. I'm feeling good. And good things are going to start happening for you as a result of your willingness to do your shadow work. Because whatever it is you're facing, whatever changes you're making, whatever choices you're making, this is going to activate some shadow work for you. Meaning, you're going to face and sit with parts of yourself that you might have avoided in the past. And you're actually going to like the results. Okay. What is in store for Leo when it comes to love? Anything matters of the heart. What is in store for Leo in the next 6 months when it comes to matters of the heart? Page of Pentacles. There is nothing significantly happening in the next 6 months when it comes to matters of the heart, other than you manifesting, daydreaming, and focusing on what it is that you would like, what it is that makes you happy. Um, but I feel like you're going to be looking at things from a reflective perspective. Sometimes the page of Pentacles is this page, this young page, looking back on past experiences and focusing on what they've missed out on, focusing on what is lacking. But I feel like the energy for you when it comes to this is around you focusing more on what it is that through your experience you've sifted and sorted. You've had enough experience to know where the value is, and this is about you looking back on the value. When we fall in love, we're not falling in love with the other person. We fall in love with the version of ourselves that we get to experience in relation to them. And I think that that's what you're going to be reflecting on a lot. Because what you are manifesting here is more stability when it comes to your emotional stability, your emotions, your guidance system, and your capacity to be comfortable uh, be comfortable um, with being loved. There is a leap of faith here that you're wanting to take, though, when it comes to matters of the heart. There is a leap of faith that you're wanting to take. But I do feel like the next couple of months is going to be more about you manifesting what it is you want moving forward, shifting your energy, shifting your beliefs and your mindset, getting into alignment with what it is you want to experience more of, which is most definitely more emotional stability. Okay. Anything else that Leo can expect in the next 6 months? I'm definitely feeling like there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of work being done um, for you, Leo. Anything else? Well, you're going to have choices, which is always nice, and you're walking away from something that has been emotionally very, very toxic and unfulfilling. Look at those 8 cups that you're leaving behind. You've got the 7 of cups here, which means you're going to have options. All right. You're going to have things opening up for you. And I think it is as a result of this, of your willingness to stop seeing happiness only through comfort, to start realizing that happiness is created in our willingness to be vulnerable and present with all of who we are, in our willingness to make peace with the things that have troubled us in the past, not expecting or hoping that other people will help us find that harmony, but taking our power back and realizing that I don't need anybody to be on board for me to be in a better place on that subject, or for me to be in a better place with regards to what happened in that situation. I can get there between me and me, and what everybody else does is entirely up to them. So the next 6 months is going to be truly transformational for you, Leo. And I like this because when I look at your energy, I've been reading your energy for the past 2 years or more, it's been in the same place. And I'm not surprised. Spirit just said to me, well, the planetary shift. What was it? Anyway, that took place in December, which is there was a major planetary shift. I can't remember the names now, but it's changed your cycle. Capricorn, Aquarius, and who was the other one? Um, yeah, Capricorn, Aquarius, and you. I'm saying who was the other one? So the fixed signs. The next 20-year cycle is going to be great for you. Very different to the past 20 years where you were sort of stuck and it felt like you couldn't move. And so you're going to have options. People are going to make you offers that are really going to excite you and going to be in alignment with what it is you want and with what it is you see happening. You see, these are cups. This is about emotional fulfillment. This is about feeling alignment, purpose driven, falling in love with your career again, falling in love again, falling in love with yourself again. I'm loving that because and this naturally leads you to walk away and leave behind a very unpleasant, emotionally unfulfilling situation, which is probably associated with work because the Eight of Pentacles is about work. Okay. Which is going to lead you to more stability. The space that you've been in has been very, very shortage focused. There's been a lot of shortage, not enough. You're trying to move things around. You're trying to make things work with very little. And this has fed into your you've not felt secure where you've been. You've not felt secure in a really long time, stable, secure in a long time. And this has obviously had an impact on your relationships, on your money, because you've been guarded. And I feel like this shifts as you leave behind this battlefield. This is a Five of Swords energy. And the Five of Swords is about being in partnership or being a part of a team that you are really investing in and they do not fully have your back in the same way. This is a very ego driven environment. This is where egos are constantly at war with one another. You constantly have to wrestle with other people's ego. And that's what you're leaving behind. That's beautiful for you. I want to get another deck and I want to clarify some of this. Let's get my Rider Waite. I love my Rider Waite. My Rider Waite is the deck that has the most similarity to my energy. This Rider Waite is a straight shooter. Doesn't hold back. Very, very honest and direct. So let's see. All right. When it comes to money, career, I've got the Sun here, which is awesome. Keep in mind what I'm being shown is you're going to have to create space for yourself. Things are going to be a little bit uncomfortable. You face it, and then you're going to have this influx of something great happening. And that's sort of going to be the cycle for a while. When you avoid facing that thing that needs to be faced internally, mentally, and in relationship, in relation to whatever, then it's going to feel stagnant and stuck. So just keep in mind, I'm going to move through this. I'm going to face it. I don't have to be perfect. I don't need to know exactly how to do it, but I'm willing to be present with it. I'm willing to be vulnerable. And when you do that, it's going to be so Spirit is showing me like this membrane popping. And you will be on the other side, and then suddenly the sun shines on you and something great happens. And this is going to become a cycle which is going to build your confidence. And then finally, you're going to realize it's worth doing this. I've been avoiding this for so long, but it's worth doing this. Anything else when it comes to money and career? Thank you. New passionate beginning. A new passionate beginning. And you coming out of hermit mode where you've sort of been hiding away. And this Five of Wands energy is about you establishing what matters, what excites you, what really matters to you, and what is in alignment with your long-term purpose. So that you're not giving energy to and having conflicting purposes. The Five of Wands is usually when when you feel opposing situations, opposing conditions, conditions that don't complement one another, that they deserve your energy and your attention equally. And sometimes that's relationships. Okay. So you need to decide. This card normally comes out for me when someone believes they've got to give all of themselves to everything that steps into the room. Not everything that falls into your space deserves your attention. Some of it you've got to tell to leave. You've got to decide what really matters to you and then prioritize things accordingly. Because if there's something or someone in your life that is not treating you the way that you want to be treated, then you giving them the same amount of energy, focus, passion that you would someone that you do want in your life, is going to create an outcome where the someone that you do want in your life is going to leave, and that person that you don't like the way they treat you is going to stay. So you need to, this is a time where you are going to become very, very deliberate around what it is that you are passionate about and allowing your energy to go in that direction. And I've got the 10 of cups. There's happiness coming in for you. You are definitely going to feel a lot of, I've got the sun, I've got the 10 of cups, and I've got these wands. Your passion is being ignited somehow. And I do feel like you are going to have a lot of happy moments. And if you can build on those happy moments, it literally will transform your life. Um, the cups here is quite nice because I feel like what's coming in for you and what you're going to be experiencing, keep in mind. What I'm being shown is that there's a storm, a heavy wind blowing, threatening a storm, right? And as a result of that wind, the fruit falls off of the tree. Now you can focus on the fact that, oh my God, a storm could possibly be coming and be in that state of terror, fear, or you can have your basket and collect the lovely fruits that are literally falling at your feet. It's about being calm amidst what is perceived to be a storm. And eventually the wind will stop and settle. And you would not even have realized it because you're so focused on the lovely fruits and all the fun things you're going to do with it that you didn't even notice that the wind subsided and there was no storm. When it comes to love, there's a leap of faith here and there's this manifesting where things are still in the early stages and you're manifesting. When it comes to love, there's this hangman here, which means this is a timeout. Perhaps you've taken a break or a pause from relationships. Perhaps you've had to put a pause on a relationship or vice versa to gain new perspective. We've got the two of wands, and look, he's got the earth in his hands. He's got the world in his hands, meaning, can you see how the one wand is behind his back and the other one is in his hand with the world? Meaning, I'm ready to leave the old things, the old behaviors, the old habits, the old things that I gave too much attention to, that I felt was so important, that I thought was part of my purpose. I'm leaving behind the old and I'm moving towards the new. I'm giving space to the new and the new life, and I want the world. There's a close. I want to close the gap between where I've been and what I want in love and relationship. Okay. And the Empress just fell out. I was just asking them, is that it? This is divine feminine. I'm understanding finally that in order to have the quality of love that I want, I've got to take care of myself. I feel like this card is symbolic of a soulmate that you are wanting to manifest and give space to. Now, the divine, if this is your counterpart's energy, the Empress knows how to take care of herself. She's got a very high value, and she focuses on quality. And so, this is what you are wanting to move towards. I've got the 10 of Wands here for you. This is emotional and financial abundance. This is a very, very good card. And since you've got the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles is what manifests this 10 of Wands. So you're going to have options. And I've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Sun, the Empress, the Fool, and the Moon. You've got a lot. You've got the major arcana is the Moon, the Fool, the Sun. There's a lot of contrast here, but there's a lot of good fortune and abundance here. And I think the next 6 months is going to be very, very powerful, very important. As long as you can recognize that the storm is symbolic of good things and not bad things. It's going to be an interesting time for you to see what it is you give space to here. But the universe is working in your favor. So the card that I got for you, Leo, is energy exchange. Let me tell you what that is about. I'm going to show you this beautiful card. Just look at that. Gorgeous. And it's got the number 8, which is the number of good fortune and wealth. It's also the infinity sign. Take time to replenish your energy. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Energy is exchanged from one being to another, consciously and unconsciously. You can draw energy from others, and others can draw energy from you. This energy circuit of giving and receiving is what connects us all in the divine matrix of life. This card comes to you to bring awareness to your levels of energy and the energy exchange patterns that you use in your everyday life. Your light is radiant, dear one. And because of this, there is a natural attraction from lower vibrating souls to draw upon your energy for their own nourishment. This can sometimes leave you feeling depleted, although your energy is well intended. As you do so much to inspire others to the light within them, it is just as important that you replenish your own sources. Take care of yourself and ensure your cup stays full. By nourishing your own body, the more energy you embody, the greater your ability to share and assist others. Okay. Now, it is not your job to save anyone else. But this dance that so many of us do, where we feel like we want to prove that we're good people or earn our worth by finding people who are empty and pouring into them, it doesn't work. It doesn't serve them. It only keeps them in bondage and slavery and in the dependence that someone else is supposed to make them feel better and is supposed to uplift them. And that is not how this works. That will keep them forever in a place of lack and shortage. So you're not actually serving them and you're not helping them. And when you are constantly finding yourself in a place where your cup is being emptied, you need to start asking yourself, why am I a match to these people? Why am I a match to this energy? You must be a match to them vibrationally in order for you to even be able to sit in the same vicinity at the same table. And if you don't like the quality of relationship because your cup is being emptied by these people, then you want to elevate it so that they can comfortably move out of your experience, or they can adjust and start to meet you where you are, or you start attracting people that are of a higher vibration. The chakra that you want to focus on here is the solar plexus. It's about your confidence. It's about your personal power. And I definitely see how that is relevant for the next 6 months and your journey that you're going to be on here, with giving space to all of this abundance and value. And so the solar plexus is about you keeping your promises to yourself, you being able to trust yourself. And so an exercise that's going to be quite helpful is treat yourself to some pampering, such as a massage. Palms up, capture the rays of the sun and allow its heating light to flow through you. Consciously incorporate yellow and green colored fruits and veggies into your diet: ginger, pineapple, lemons, and green leafy vegetables. So when you are elevating, activating, or upgrading a chakra that is out of balance or in a low vibration, the easiest way to do that is through your diet. You eat the foods that correspond with that chakra. And the affirmation that is going to help you during this time is, I am connected to universal source and divinely nourished every moment with healing energy and unconditional love. So you might wonder, well, why can't these good things just happen without all of the shadow work and the threat of a storm or conflict because my anxiety and my fear is really going to be challenged, well, you will never be free of your anxiety, your tendency to get caught up and lost in your fear and your anxiety if you do not go through this initiation. This is a rite of passage for you. And once you start to practice not giving so much energy and so much relevance to that which is uncomfortable or that which just activates your fear, because if it's uncomfortable and inspires you, then great. But if it activates your fear, it's the fear that's the issue, not the discomfort. You will continue to remain in bondage with fear and in bondage of the conditions around you. You will always be vulnerable to whether the wind blows or not. And that is a really, really, that is an uncomfortable way to live. So this is about empowering you, Leo. Beautiful. I love this reading for you. If it resonates, please comment. I always love to hear from you guys. All right. Um, if you'd like to get some spiritual coaching to help you through this process, what are some of the processes, some of the techniques that you can use in order to achieve this? You want welcome to contact me. If you'd like to get a personal reading, maybe take a closer look at your situation, you can contact me too. All right. Any spiritual services, channeled healings, readings, all kinds of readings, twin flame coaching. My email is in the description box below. We are all in this together. It is time for us to give space to our best life here, and we can do it. It's only up to us. So let's support one another. Let's make this happen. Love and light. Whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you, Leo. Love and light. See you next time. Bye.